The 2011 NL MVP award is one of the more controversial decisions we've seen in baseball in a long time. And today I'm going to be looking back at that award and who I think should have won it. And for those who don't know, Braun did win the MVP that year, but it was later found out that he cheated and used PEDs. And Matt Kemp had a ridiculous season, and lots of people think that award should have been taken from Braun and given to Kemp. So now that you guys know a little bit of the backstory here, let's hop right into the video. Coming into the 2011 season, Braun and Matt Kemp were right in the middle of their prime. Kemp was 26 years old and Braun was 27. And before this 2011 season, Braun and Kemp were both considered stars at the time. Matt Kemp stole 30-plus bases in consecutive seasons in 2008 and 2009. He also hit back-to-back 25-plus home run seasons in 2009 and 2010. And on top of that, Kemp also won a Gold Glove and Silver Slugger back in 2009. And for Braun, he was heading into his fifth big league season in 2011. In his first 4 seasons in the big leagues, he had never hit less than 25 home runs and stole less than 14 bases. He won the 2007 Rookie of the Year award, and in 2008, he was third in the NL MVP voting. And heading into 2011, Braun also was coming off 3 consecutive Silver Slugger awards. So it's safe to say, up to this point of their careers, Braun and Kemp were both considered some of the best players in baseball. So going into 2011, expectations were high for both players. And in 2011, Kemp played in 161 games where he hit .324 with 39 home runs, 126 driven in, 40 stolen bases, a .986 OPS, and he also won a Gold Glove award. And on top of that, Kemp had the best OPS plus in baseball at 172. And for Braun, in this 2011 season, he played in 150 games where he hit .332 with 33 home runs, 111 driven in, and 33 stolen bases. On top of that, he had a .994 OPS, a 166 OPS plus, and of course ended up winning the MVP award. And up to this point in his career, Braun was as likable as a player as you could find. He was an absolute superstar for Milwaukee, and after his first 5 seasons, he looked well on his way to Cooperstown. But from there, things got suspicious. In December of 2011, Braun submitted a urine sample, which ended out turning up positive for elevated levels of testosterone. And with this, Braun was handed a 50-game suspension. But Braun denied all wrongdoing. He claimed that it was BS and nothing illegal had ever entered his system. And it turned out that Braun was right, as his 50-game suspension was dropped. Now, the one thing we have to look at with this case is that the results of Braun's tests weren't wrong, it was just trouble gathering the information. At the time, baseball's chain of custody protocol for urine samples was violated by the collector. So basically what that means is it was hard to gather the results of this test and officially prove that Braun was guilty. And in February of 2012, Braun held a press conference. He basically talked about how he was right and MLB was wrong and nothing had ever entered his system. Take a listen.
I've tried to handle the entire situation with honor, with integrity, with class, with dignity, and with professionalism because that's who I am and that's how I've always lived my life. If I had done this intentionally or unintentionally, I'd be the first one to step up and say, I did it. By no means am I perfect, but if I've ever made any mistakes in my life, I've taken responsibility for my actions. I truly believe in my heart, and I would bet my life that this substance never entered my body at any point.
So Braun was confident that nothing ever entered his system. But after another MVP caliber season in 2012, the truth came out in 2013. In July of that season, Braun was suspended 65 games. He was one of many players who was suspended due to the biogenesis scandal. And everything that Braun had been hiding in years past came out. He did use PEDs in his 2011 MVP season. The urine test in December of 2011 was actually right. In that press conference in February of 2012, Braun blatantly lied to the public. When he stated that he had never put anything in his system, he was lying. He knew that he had something in his system in his 2011 MVP year. So Braun clearly cheated his way to the 2011 MVP award, which brings up one question. Should his MVP award be stripped? And for Matt Kemp, he believes it should. As we mentioned before, Kemp finished second in the MVP voting, shortly behind Braun. That year, he nearly had a 40 home run, 40 stolen base season as he fell 1 home run shy. And ever since the truth has come out, Kemp has clearly stated his side of the story. He believes that the MVP should be stripped from Braun. And for Matt Kemp, you just gotta feel for the guy. This was his best season in the big leagues. I mean, he would have won the MVP 9 times out of 10 seasons if it hadn't been for Braun's tainted season. So for me, I absolutely side with Matt Kemp in the sense that the award should be stripped from Ryan Braun. He clearly cheated and lied about it, and he really doesn't deserve anyone's respect up to this point. Matt Kemp went out there and performed at a very high level during the whole 2011 season while he was clean. Ryan Braun performed at a very high level as well while on PEDs. And you can even make the argument that Matt Kemp had a better season than Ryan Braun. So for me, yes, I absolutely think this should be stripped from Braun and given to Matt Kemp, but at this point, it's clearly not going to happen. It's just a really sad story because you want to see someone like Matt Kemp who plays the game with integrity, goes in and day out, and just plays it the right way. While I always did like Ryan Braun as a player, you can't deny that he's not the best person. As a player, I like Braun, but this award should have definitely been stripped. So that's going to wrap today's video up. Let me know your thoughts down below whether you think Braun's MVP award should be stripped or not. And as always, if you guys do enjoy the content, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to continue to post a lot more baseball videos here as we head further into the off season. As always, I want to thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.